So I'm having to do some work this weekend in my day job. I have an event this Sunday, so I had to go in today. It's Friday to set up for that. I'll have to be there tomorrow to set up for it a little bit too, and then the entire day Sunday is going to be taken up by it. So the weekend's usually my eBay time. I'm not sure if what amount of work I'm going to get done, and this is like crunch time now. Fourth quarter. It's December 4th. 5th? Today's December 5th, Friday, so it's almost 3 o'clock now. I just got done with what I was doing at work, and there is it's really not that close, this Goodwill that's near-ish to where I work. It's definitely in a direction that I wouldn't go if I wasn't at work. So it took me maybe 20 minutes to get here from work. It would probably take me 40 from home. So I came over here. I haven't been here in quite a long time, probably more than a year since I've been to this particular store. So I'm going to run in here, see if I can find any good inventory that I can sell in my eBay shop, and then I'll try to get home. There's just going to be this one store today, I think, unless I just happen to pass by something interesting on the way home, but I don't think there's any other stores on the way. So let's get in here, see if we can find anything good. I just saw somebody walking out of there with a really big Santa Claus blow mold, so I just missed that one by a few minutes, I guess. Probably would have bought that if I had been in there sooner. But let's go find out if we can find anything worth buying. Okay, so here we are. I started in the back of the store this time instead of the front because I had to rush in there to get to the restroom before I did any shopping. So there's been some rearranging of this store since the last time I was there. So it's all this toys here where it used to be lamps and stuff. So I've got to get used to what this store layout is like. This store is in, I'm not sure if it's Skokie or Niles, but I used to go here a lot more before we moved. I can't remember the name of this area. There's a big shopping center across the street. Village Crossing? I think it's Village Crossing. So I'm looking up something. What am I looking up? This is like a laser tag gun. Looks like about a $15 gun. I think they had a $4 price tag on it, so I'm not gonna buy that. I'm not gonna try to make $14 off of $4. That's no way to make any money. So I'll leave that behind. See if there's anything else here. Doesn't seem too promising. Retro style telephone. I think that's like probably some like Five Below type inventory. Scan the barcode, nothing even comes up. I just put it back. I don't buy a lot of dinosaur toys, but I understand some of the ones that say JP on them for Jurassic Park can be pretty valuable. I like that Spider-Man bag, but it said Alexander on it, so that's pretty specific. It was customized. And there's a little blue and black checkered JanSport bag. I had one like that I sold before, but that one was a little bit rough, so left it behind. The other one I had, I got from a garage sale, and it was a little rough too. I was surprised when I got home. It was a little bit beat up, but it did sell. I don't remember if it was a big seller or not. Maybe a $20 backpack. Little hat. In a weird location with these binders and office supplies. Actually, I do find a hat later that I'm gonna buy. Oh, this big stapler, this is like the kind that can go through like 60 pages of paper at one go. I know some of that industrial type office equipment can be valuable. So I'm checking this out. I think there's like maybe 20 listed and only one sold, and I think it sold for like $12 or $14. So leave that behind. I don't know what this is. It's like something to wrap money in from Pitney Bowes. I think they mostly make like shipping supplies, but apparently they make stuff for banks or something. You know, you see those bundles of cash with a band around it. I think that's what they were. Some nutcrackers. I've never found a nutcracker worth buying. I know the ones made in Germany can be valuable, but I've never found one. Here's a what do you call it? Guitar band. I mean, what's it called? Guitar Hero. I have sold a few of these guitars before. This one's missing the cover for the battery compartment. I don't know what system this is for, but it's not worth much, $15 or something like that. I don't want to deal with a big thing. Has to be shipped in a special box and stuff for to only make $12 or less. I don't. I think they had that pretty cheap. Maybe it was $2.99, and maybe you could sell it for 15 if you know it can work, which I don't know. I have no way of testing that kind of stuff. I'm not a gamer. I've never had gaming systems around. This store just has, it feels like, I don't know, just cluttered today. Just like all of that stuff is just like piles of paper just stacked up there. This is like tablecloths and table runners, some blankets and pillows there. What am I gonna find? Am I gonna find anything today? So yeah, it used to feel a little bit more, I don't know, like the layout they had felt a little more obvious, or mm, like you could just find things without trying too hard. Everything seemed to be in the place where it's supposed to be. This is some big kite. It's like a fairy. It doesn't have like a real brand name, and I keep dropping it. I think I drop it one more time. No, I just give up on it. Scan the barcode, nothing comes up. It's usually not a good sign. Some kind of generic thing. So all of this is like bags. I'm kind of like skimming by, but there was all kids' clothes there. This whole wall used to be board games. All the way from the front to the back of the store was like, games and toys and stuff. Now they've replaced it with bags and kids' clothes. I'm not looking at any clothes right now. I'm barely skimming those shoes that are on the top rack there. Some cool windbreakers, but I'm not gonna waste any time on clothes. Got enough of that stuff, and I don't like dealing with it, so skip it. Here's like new inventory. This looks like a MP3 player, but it's just like a AM FM radio. I don't even bother looking it up. Fake Dr. Martens. Those things are a dime a dozen. You see so many of those. Even the real Dr. Martens, like the ones that they used to be like you pick them up and you could tell it was a quality. Now you pick it up and they feel like junk. I see a stool right there for a drum set. I didn't even notice that on the right. Just went by it. I wouldn't have bought that anyway, but it is interesting like how you can just miss so much stuff. I don't have the patience and the time to just really examine everything in the store. So I'm mostly skimming, and hoping that I see something interesting. That's a juicer. I'm going to check it out, but some like off-brand, generic brand. I bet they probably sell that at Kohl's or maybe even Big Lots, some kind of cheap juicer brand. But some of those juicers, like the Omega ones, can be like surprisingly valuable. It doesn't really look like it, but this is ramped up to double speed. I'm trying to get in and out of here. So I was in this store for about 45 minutes, I guess. So should be about a 22-minute video by the time we're done. Okay, bowling balls. I see these balls and I'm like, should I buy these? Because I have had pretty good luck selling bowling balls in the past, and these all look like obnoxiously colored. That the sort of stuff that people might be into. Some of them have these plugs, like rubber plugs in the holes, and some of them don't. But they're priced so cheap. I think one of them is $2.99 and the rest of them are $3.99. And I've pretty much sold every bowling ball I brought home for at least $40. So some of them for more. So I have to buy these even though they're going to be a little bit of a hassle. They're actually really easy to ship because they can't really break. You don't have to worry about them that much. But they just take up a lot of space until they sell. So I'm gonna buy all of them. I think there's 5 or 6. There's some plain black ones. I leave those behind. But look at those swirls. That stuff it looks cool. People want a ball that looks fancy. So what's that? 5 bowling balls. The most expensive one's $4. I'm sure I sell those for $40 each. Here's a hat made in Scotland. I'm grabbing that. I can't remember the price on it, but maybe it was $3. Probably not going to sell for that much. Maybe 16 or 18. Maybe less. Maybe 14. Okay, what else are we going to find? 5 bowling balls and a hat. Maybe I'd buy 1 or 2 more things, but I don't really get too much on this shopping trip. So I'm going to start releasing these. This is going to be the first one. I've been releasing these on Sundays, and I don't think we get too many views on Sunday videos. So I'm going to start releasing these on Tuesdays. And for channel members, you'll have like at least a week, probably a week and 3 or 4, probably like 10 or 12 days, really, early access to these videos. So if you subscribe to the channel membership, the Lunch Bunch, you can get early access to these videos and like a little bit shorter early access to my other regular daily videos. They'll just be like 24 hours or 48 hours on those normal videos, and then a full week or more on these shopping ones. So hit that channel membership button. It's only 99 cents a month. That's as cheap as I can make it. That's the cheapest that YouTube allows me to do. Little clock there. I like those. I like vintage alarm clocks. I don't know why, but I like to pick them up. They're not big sellers, but the ones I like are really, really old ones, like the 1940s ones. But I don't know if those kind of letters, like sign letters, have any kind of value. I thought if that whole box was for sale, I'd buy it, but they had 99 cents per letter, which seems like, I don't know, that feels like about 10 times what he should pay for those. Maybe I would pay $1 for 10 of them. I just actually on Facebook, I saw somebody giving away, Facebook Marketplace. Somebody's giving away a whole box of those, and I don't know how to search that to see if they're worth anything. They don't have like a brand associated with it or a real easy way to do a search for those on eBay. Kitchen supplies, I just bought a new toaster. I thought maybe I should have waited until I found a vintage one because it doesn't seem like they make them like they used to. I had to replace our toaster. We've only probably had for, I don't know, 5 years, and probably only used it 50 times total, and it just does not work anymore. So bought a new one, but I really was thinking I should find an old vintage one. Those things just work better. Those are some little frozen, like little containers. I don't know what you call them. They're like little plastic things with liquid inside you freeze. And they were flamingo and pineapple shaped. And I'm always picking up pineapple stuff in honor of my little boy, Pineapple, our dog. Here we're looking at stickers on the bottom. This one has 2 layers of stickers on it, so there's no way you can see the model number, the maker's mark on this pottery stuff. And I'm getting more and more irritated with Goodwill because they came up with these new stickers that are like virtually impossible to peel up without damaging them. And I guess that's the whole purpose. That's the reason why they use them. But if you're going to put something that you can't see here I am. I just want to see who makes this pot. You know, this little pot looks cool. It's like a nice shape. Could be some vintage mid-century thing. Okay. I just sold a different coffee pot that was this same brand, Poly Perk. This one's called a Poly Hot Pot by Rival. I just sold one of those for like 40 bucks. So that one was, the one I just sold was nice and clean, probably never used. This one's a little bit more used, so I'll have to clean this one up. But if I was the manager at this store, I would tell the pricers to not cover up the maker's marks with those stickers. Like, if you're going to put a sticker I can't take off, fine. I understand why you're doing it. You don't want people switching stickers or whatever, but you can't make it so people don't know what they're buying. And I'm sure they have to replace so many stickers that they're costing themselves time and money by putting those stickers over the maker's marks. I guarantee, like half of the ones I pick up, the stickers are peeled off already. Somebody's been trying to see what the maker is. Okay, these are Pier 1 possibles. There's 2 of them there. And they're only 99 cents a piece, so that's a pretty good deal. But Pier 1 doesn't have quite the resale value as some of the other brands like Crate & Barrel. But I have sold some Pier 1 stuff before. These, I think a set of 4 sells for like $24. There's only 2 of them there. I could make money by buying those and selling them, but I don't want to ship fragile stuff unless it's relatively valuable. The amount of packing materials and time it takes to pack them up just is not worth it unless it's pretty high profit. Oh, I was gonna buy that. I set it down and then I forgot about it. It's called like dogs and cats. Um, it was like a dogs and cats bowl. It had pictures of cats around the rim, and it looked like a set of two was selling for like $40. And so I set it down thinking maybe I'll find another one, but I didn't. It's still sitting there. I set it down to look for another one, and then I forgot all about it. I mean, sometimes, especially with those dinner plates, they do the right thing and they put the sticker off to the side. But here's some nice. These are some nice plates. They feel high quality. You pick it up, but I can't see who made it. You know, I peel most of that sticker off and I still can't tell. So I'm trying my best. I think I make a guess about what it is because I can see some of the letters, and I think I do find some of these plates, some sold comps. There was something that made me decide not to buy them. I think it's because the surface was kind of scratched up, because I think these had a pretty decent resale value. They're like flat plates with a high rim around the side. Those things are like Bauhaus inspired or whatever. They always I always look those up. They seem to do pretty well. These like very modern looking ones. I think that lady asked me if I really loved bowling balls because I had so many balls in my cart, and I said, no, I'm just going to sell these. And she's like, what, really? You can sell those? And then I just kept walking. Didn't want to spend too much time talking to her. All right, looking for mugs. I like promotional mugs. Like I just got that Car Talk one a little while ago. Here's one. I peeled the sticker off. I could see the markings. It says something Poland, and I'm going to take photos of it and run it through ChatGPT and try to figure out, because I can't read it. It's like a logo that is a script, and it's kind of blurry and hard to read. ChatGPT comes back with something like Carolina, made in Poland. So that gives me something to search for on eBay. And I don't see this exact mug, but some similar ones that have sold. So I think I'll buy this one for 99 cents and probably sell it for like 16. A small mug is not going to be too hard to pack. It's not that breakable, and I can put it in a smallish box, not have to waste a ton of packing material on it. So I'm going to buy that one. And I wonder if that's it. Is that the last thing I pick up? We're getting towards the end here. Is this aisle too full? Maybe I just give up on it. That bear looks vintage, but it's hard to tell. It was like I'm assuming it was a graduation gift. It was wearing like do they call it a mortar and pestle? The hat? What do they call it? Board? I don't know what they call it. Mortar and pestle is something else. Oh, it's called a mortar board. That hat that graduates wear. So what else are we looking at? Glasses, a little bit more stuff on the back wall, and then here we are in the frames and stuff. Just about at the end. I always like to just peruse this artwork. I'm not looking for much that I can sell here, but I do sometimes buy stuff and hang it on my own walls. Okay, we're headed towards the cash register, but I'm going to stop really quickly and look at plastic bags. You know, they have those kind of random grab bags right by the cash registers usually. Stuffed animals only 99 cents. I don't know. I don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones aren't. Something I probably should do some investigating. But yeah, this is what I'm talking about. All these small little plastic bags. I have found good stuff in here, but it's overwhelming. Each one of those hooks has 10 or 12 bags on it, so you can't really see anything. And they usually put it where you're waiting, right where you're waiting in line. So you're standing in line and shopping at the same time. I feel like people probably skip over that stuff. This store used to have, well, that's it. We're done. That's at the end of the video. We're just all checking out right now. So check back next Tuesday for another shopping video. Until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you again soon.